Okay. Hello, everyone. This is the April 1, 2026 recording, and this is live session about what's going on my AI game development, the journey itself, and of course, it's a catch up live session and the future of AI development. It's been a while, and I'm a 3D artist and dad of three, and I've been dealing with the classic solo development trap and perfectionism and burnout. It's been like 3 or 4 months since I've started full-time job on a game studio, and it's been going great so far. I'm learning a lot there because we are using AI development tools as well, and I think I put a lot in that studio as a 3D artist and half art director, let's say. And I've been developing a bit casual puzzle game aside of that. And that puzzle is actually going great. And I will also show you how the journey on that and solo that went there. And of course, there are really great news on AI side, on especially on game development. And of course, things are changing really fast as well. And yeah, that's so far so good, and everything is going great. And I've been using Unity lately. My main tools are Visual Studio Code. I'm using Cloud there, and I'm using Anti Gravity for using Gemini model. And let me start sharing my screen as well. Let me start with the game that I've been working on. Tomorrow I have a meeting with publisher, and I'm trying to prepare the levels. So this is the game itself. It's basically flower collecting game with buses, flower buses. And let me, yeah, there is sound there. Simply collecting the same colors as same bus color, but it's like onion peeling, collecting from outside to inside. And this is the level web preset system. Let me fix the position of flowers. Of course, this is not like a wild balloon game. It's more like, as I said, a puzzle game, and it's pushed me to work on game design side as well. I've never worked on game design before myself, but I had to learn it now. These are all AI generated, by the way. This is generated by Whisk, and yeah. So there's a feature here. This is Mystery Box, Mystery Boss actually, and let me fix the position. And let's keep collecting. This game is inspired by Pixel Flow game and Color Bus Trip. This evolved a lot actually. Let me show you how it was before. It was like 3 months ago. This video actually got quite liked from publisher, and they really wanted to give it a try on this game. And of course, these are befores, and this is where I got inspired from. There are pigs collecting these, actually not collecting, destroying these cubes. There is a conveyor as well, and you have 5 slots to fail. Actually, these are wait slots, and I've been developing this, and this is actually where it gets more surprising. As you can see now, you can collect interesting images, and I'm going to develop so many levels, so that's why I need a level creator, and I've been working on that really hard actually. This is actually real fun. I like playing this game. I didn't tasted it yet. It's almost on test phase, but let's see. And level is done. These levels are not ready yet, and I'm mostly working on these images. So how I create these is let me come to the flow. Does this do is this new one allows flow users to generate significantly more videos with their credits. Nice. Okay, it's 10 credits. I'm not using ultra plan, I'm on pro. It's 10 credits. Nice. Okay, so let's, these are actually user interface that I've created for the game. Let me show you real quick as well. Here you can see Mr. Bus and user interface. And there we have interesting designs. And let's get this one. Or actually, you know what? Let's reuse. Um, Actually, I have better pixel art generated already. Probably in this one. No, this is another thing. Oh yeah, there it is. So these are generated in Flow. It's simply same as Whisk. You just type what you need here. Let me reuse this one, or let's type 0. I need 10 different animals in pixel art. Have to be colorful, like rainbow. Just the heads, they have to look cute. Should be on white background. And this will be image. 16 by 9 is fine. X4, Nano Banana 2. The Imagen was using, Whisk was using Imagen 4. And the Nano Banana Pro is the oldest one, and the 2 is the newest one, and I'm going to use the newest one. I really spent a lot of time on Whisk or Flow or Gemini VO3 because the results are really. By the way, let me stop this game. This sound is also generated, the music generated by AI, of course, by Confi UI. That's another interesting workflow. Oh, yeah, these are good. These are the best ones so far. And let's use Pig because people like Pig. Or the frog is also nice. Fox, the oh, we need one dog. Or oh, this owl is really nice. Let's use owl. I downloaded it and let me open up the Photoshop real quick. Let's drag this and drop it in here. And now I will hit W and hit this owl and hit Ctrl J to separate it into layer. And I think that's enough for me to start working on it, but I want it more polished. So I think Photoshop has some upscaling features, but I haven't used that. So I'm just going to add some hue saturation like this and export this and say owl. Let me drag and drop into my project. There I have owl. And I've also generated my kids. Okay, I'm going to go to level 14. It's just nonsense image. I'm level 14. This is really complicated area, but I know what I'm doing. I will just drag and drop the owl in layout texture area and just select 16 to extract colors. And there I have it. But of course, it's too big. I'm just going to change the scale and redo it again. And these flowers are too into each other. And I will change the flower scale until it looks promising. And 1.25 is good. And there I have the level. And this took me about 1 month to build because I'm solo, and this was my first time building such a tool, which actually suggested by publisher itself. And you can see there are buses. And now I can start collect these flowers. And I can even change the bus sizes. Uh, there, it's failed because I didn't prepare any nice levels. And I have some problems like the truck sizes here, but it happens on some levels, not all levels. For example, the 15 one looks neat. It's just collects perfectly. For example, if I go in here, group one, as you can see, each track 101. The, if I change this to 5, it divides and gives me 5 different buses. And this really helps me out for preparing levels. And I just need to reorder the levels now. For example, let's just dragging here, and even I can increase the park line size, and even I can hit mystery button here to make those question marks. Now I'm hiding their colors. And even there's a feature for example, connecting these like so. And this is really fun. This is really fun feature. I cannot play this one anymore. I have to play this first, and now I can play these buses. Just collect together. And as you can see, these buses are jumping here. These are all animated using AI because I'm not developer. So, and their level is cleared. This is future. Connected bus unlocked. They move together. And I also generated this UI using, of course, Flow. And just same as the owl itself, I separate it into parts. Hey Robert, welcome. I separate it into parts. Oh, this sheep also looks cute. I'm just going to separate it. Okay, Control J, and I will add hue saturation to pop the colors as I want it, and name it sheep and export as. And then I will just drag and drop into my level area. And where is that sheep? There it is. And let's go to another level. For example, I can use it in this level and drag this sheep sprite into here and just generate apply and reload. Okay, we have sheep there for sure, but this is a bit too big, and I will just decrease the scale. Maybe target flower count might be bigger. Yeah. Now we have sheep level, and just, yeah, that's perfect. Now I can start collecting these flowers. But of course, it needs modification, and there are so many uh, flowers there. By the way, FPS is not dropping even one, uh, and the performance is boosted by me, and it also took another maybe 20 days. The game itself was 3D at start, but now it's, of course, it's still 3D, but the flowers are not. The flowers are just 2D flowers. These are 2D flowers, just a plane, and it's all generated by this sprite image. And let me drop the count a bit, like 600. Okay, it's still understandable. Just need to increase the scale. Okay, we have a level here. And of course, I need to fix the track queue area. Some levels have this problem. I don't know why. For example, this one looks perfect. I just need to separate it into parts, like eight. I said eight tracks. If I hit apply, now I will see eight on the line preview, and as you can see. And for example, this one, let's say nine, and three for that. Apply keep order is automatically spawned here. And I just want to increase the park lines, let's say. Now I have a maximum of 5 park lines. If I have to change this to here, as you can see, just drag and drop. This is how simple this is. And if I would like to connect these buses, I just hit both, and now this is connected. For example, this one connected from here to here, connected like this. I'm also checking FPS if everything is fine. Now I can send these. Yeah. Oh, I failed because game is hard. But retrieve button didn't appear. There are some bugs probably. Let's check the next level. This is actually snowman. I can actually fix that real quick. Let's this is 19 level. Let me drag this here, extract. Okay, it's looking better. Let's increase the size. Yeah, this is perfect right now, but this is so many flowers. I just need to decrease it to 600. Uh, Maybe I can use this one, this image. Okay, and I should probably decrease it to 450 and size to zero point 0.4. Okay, that looks much better. But of course, it's nothing like ship. And this is the perfume. This is a paw, just a paw. It's a very simple level. These levels are actually inspired by PixelFlow. Let me show you these levels. Oh yeah, there are so many information here as well. And some of these are given by publisher. For example, this one, mobile game level lengths and when the feature should pop and the booster should pop and the hardness, the fail ratio, how it should be. So this is important, and I've been grinding for understanding how that works. And I've been checking how PixelFlow nailed it. And for example, let's check this snowman map. It's the same snowman that I've used lately. As you can see, this is the hardness of the level. And let me add a few more levels. This is a pizza. Not sure if it's understandable. The only downside on this is I can generate so many flowers like that, and the image looks nice. But it's so many flowers. This level would take forever, and this is not ideal. It's too much. That's why I have to stick around maximum of 600. And decreasing this count calls me less detailed image level. But that's fine. I can always find a way to make it better. And we have these kind of levels as well. It's opening too slow, and this is me as a level because I find it really great. The tool itself is really great. I'm just discovering. This is another cat. I'm not sure if this is the cat. I think, yeah. Let's go to 28. Why this is, yeah, okay. Let me increase it. Now it's looking like this cat. Like, of course, it is too much. I should probably find a way of how to do that. And this is the last level. And we are, oh, there's a bug as well. Yeah, I know why there's a bug. Yes. This one should, the scene overlay should be level 1. By hit level 1, now we have the bug fixed. And the game is actually simply like that. It was simply collecting like onion peeling from outside to inside. For example, if I send the blue at first, I cannot collect here. I just need to take out the outer flowers and then the inside flowers. And these visual effects also added from USS Store. And yeah, this is game itself. And I'm quite excited on results. The Let's see. And on AI side, there are really cool things happening. And last night I saw this X. This is simply you just give the image of anime character and it separates into parts for animating in Spine or I don't know whatever platform After Effects. This is input, and of course it's generated by. Of course, it's not generated. It's made by an artist. To understand how awesome this is I will just show you one video. It's on YouTube. I've been watching that time to time, and it's a spine low character. Let's say spine animating. This tool is actually really speeding things up. Yeah, this one. As you can see, the animator actually adding bones, and the animator has to separate every part. of the eye to animate, because you can see here there will be bone added, let's say, to the animation spine. There's one tutorial, actually, the spine time lapse. This is time lapse, very famous time lapse. This one. Okay, so this time lapse is about 15 minutes. What's happening here is this guy using pen tool to cut every body part because it will be animated, and the person, the animator, will add bone system to every moving part. And that's why animator has to separate everything into parts. And you see the grinding of the working time on this specific art. And let me show you the result. There are bones, and yeah, there is the result. And maybe it took about at least 10 days, including animating, at least. I'm not mentioning creating of this beautiful art. And this was just 7 years ago. And this is actually really the statue of this work. And now on X platform, you can see there's an anime artwork as well. And with one click, you separate everything into parts, including face, eyes, ears, everything. And the artist just adds bones and animates the art. And even work with manga. Beautiful. I just saw it yesterday, and it's real fresh, by the way. It's just 31st March. They just shared it yesterday, and it's just exploding since then. And this is open source, and I really would like to try this one, how that works. It works in ComfyUI, by the way. Robert, nice. I can see it's being used for manga for sure. Yeah, and we will see so many great animations for sure. This is drawing order. Probably ComfyUI detects it first and then just separates into parts. And it's even collects the parts as well. For example, there's a missing part on, yeah, here. The chair itself is actually covered by the character, but ComfyUI somehow handles this and it just fills out the empty part. I've been doing this for the last month. How I did this is, let me show you the game. The game name is Fit the Object, and this is the full-time job that I've been working on. We are creating this game, and it's heavily on the art side, and I've been working for months to create 34 levels because it's all generated images. and it's like uh, drawn all over. And let me show you the scenes. For example, this is scene one. I just decided on the art style first, and then, as you can see, separated these into parts. Why I did this is I'm sure not everyone knows this workflow because it's completely belongs to me and I didn't share it with anyone except my colleagues. And as you can see, let me start the game. We've published this game last month, and the statistics are really good, and we are going to add more levels into this game. Simply dragging, if of course, if it's work, if will it work? Oh yeah, dragging and dropping, and voila, you just colored the part. But somehow, oh yeah, this is the game, and I worked on the visuals completely solo. There we have the game finished, and hit continue. And how it's done is, let me open up one Photoshop file, for example, 29, this one. Of course, this is generated on Whisk first, and then I took this image into Gemini. Look, this is really changing the way of looking uh, you into AI maybe. And I just hit create image, and I just said separate every asset into parts like sprite sheet on white background. I don't really remember what I was typing. Oh, there's another thing added. But I don't think it's necessary. I will just leave it fast because it creates real fast. And of course, this is not my go-to prompt, but I just don't remember what I was writing. But I'm just showing you to improvise on these things. And these are my separations, but a Photoshop file is something different. Oh yeah. So I know not everything is perfect, but you can just download this. Let me copy the image. Add the image here. Oh, this is empty. Let's drag and drop this one. And let's just separate this by clicking W, the selection tool, and hit Control J to separate into layer, and copy this one into here, and simply this is my workflow. How convenient is that? I mean, of course, the colors are not that good because I show you my old method. This one is more improved one because I've been doing this for a long time and I developed it. And of course, I'm going to share this with you as well. And everything happened in Flow. Where is Flow? There it is. And Flow does this too as well. And I will just add this as ingredient. You probably remember from Whisk. In Whisk, we were adding uh, reference images, but it was not working really that good. Wait, these are what I've generated for the levels. And you see, you can add uh, images there, but I didn't find it that convenient. But Flow is something different. Here, I've added the image and I will just use the same prompt I gave into Gemini in Flow. And Nano Banana 2 is selected and X4 16 by 9 image. And press go. And the nice thing is you can generate up to four, so you can select which one is better, and you can just mix the best assets of these four images in the Photoshop, and you don't have to create using Gemini all the time. And of course these are small meaning is less detailed. That's why I have another option there. I mean, this is huge. This is huge. Creating these, separating from one image, of course, this is not that perfect, but it's perfect, actually. Why I'm saying not that perfect is AI is going so crazy fast, and this will be maybe much convenient. There will be so many good workflows. But let's say, hey, bro, it's good, okay, but the details are really annoying. And what you can do is you can just take screenshot and come to the flow again and hit Control V and give this asset. But of course this is not really good example because it's already there. You can just copy from here as well. Let's use something blocked by some asset, for example this, or maybe some other. Yeah, this is really good one. For example, this caravan. I will just use snipping tool, copy that, paste it in here, give this asset uh, alone on white background. Yeah, yeah, just simply that. And also should be high res. And you can specify the asset's name. Give this caravan asset alone. But sometimes it's better to leave its like give this, not this specified name, because it might change the art style or the way of look on the original concept, which might be better for you as well if you are looking for variations. So I've been using this workflow on Gemini. This separates on ConfUI into parts, but I separate environments. And of course, I would really love to separate everything in the local GPU. And then the workflow, let me show you what I do after that is I just simply drag this in here and hit WE to, mask this out. And if I don't want to use, uh, if I don't want this lantern, I just simply hit J and remove the area. If it's the result is not good, by the way, it uses AI to fill. There we have it, before and after. Yeah, that's also there is a Photoshop side, of course. For example, I will show you another cool thing that I've been using. Let's go to this one, and let's add add, for example, no, what should I add? Fifth cookie? No, it should be something. Yeah, maybe there should be a kite there, and I will just come here, add another layer, and just roughly select here and go to generative fill. And here I will use Firefly fill and expand generator 6, and we'll say add balloons. But I have to warn you, Gemini 3, this works much better. But I will just, doing an experiment to see how that goes. Because it checks the image and maybe the selected part, and it fits there with balloons. And of course, our style is not that good, and I already told you about that. And maybe I should, select more big area and hit Gemini 3, add balloons. I'm not using like that. I'm generally using for generative fill if I don't see a full part of that visual. It takes it takes more time than Firefly, and of course, but the result is there is no tree results like Firefly. It gives you three variations, and in Gemini, it's one shot, one kill. But of course, it comes with problems. The problem is here. But of course, you can just mask this area like this, and you are good to go. You still need to learn Photoshop, and because it's too powerful. And now we have balloons, and I really liked it. I will probably add, or anyway, or you can just always change uh, the belonging area. This is really convenient workflow in Photoshop, in Flow. These are too powerful, and this got almost 500,000 view in one day, and there are some variations as well. And this is really great news for newbies. 3D on 2D images. I didn't try it yet. Uh, I don't have this option somehow. Oh, it's in Illustrator. I thought it was in Photoshop, but I know there is an option in Photoshop as well. And last but not least, before I go, this is workflow of that cool separator. It even has download PSD option. And it's it's there are names as well. I mean, that's cool. And I hope to see more. This live session is ended here. Thank you for participating, and I will share the playback replay on community as well. And I'm thinking of doing this recurringly, weekly, or maybe 3 days, every 3 days. I'm planning to, by the way, well, I need to tell you that I'm planning to start uploading new videos on YouTube about my game development journey. I'm immigrating from Godot to Unity right now because there are so many good options on Unity side. And of course, this game will keep developing. But aside, I will develop White Bloom. I changed the JDD as well. It's now looking much cooler. Probably we will see each other in next Wednesday as well. Thank you and have a nice week. Bye.